Okay, here we are again. Now, on a previous video, we went ahead and showed you the anatomy of how the window regulator looks once it's removed from the door. Here, we're going to go ahead and take you through the process of removing the passenger side window regulator out of an '02 BMW M3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through it pretty quickly. If you have any questions, let us know. Okay, first we need to go ahead and obviously you got to take everything off your panel. And if you want to learn how to do that, look at our video archives. We posted up a video on how to remove the door panels. Okay, so anyhow, let's go ahead and continue here. As we mentioned in our previous video, you're going to need a 10mm socket. Okay, the tool that I use is this one here. You got the 1/4 ratchet extension and a 10mm here. Now we're going to go ahead and point out where the bolts are. You got one here, 1, 2, if you slide down here, 3, 4 in the middle, and you got 5 right there. Okay, so let's take those out. Okay, I went ahead and took out the 10mm bolts, and this is how they look. Okay, so make sure you keep track of those, put them in a safe place. Okay, next what we need to do is we need to have the ability to move it up and down. Okay, in my situation here, as you can see, that's the interior of the car. I have no power on it, so what I did is I went ahead and got one of these. It's a connection from another regulator, a faulty one. I spliced it so you can see the glass, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a charger here. Okay, and that's how I'm gonna go ahead and get power to get this door up and down, because we need to in order to have access to 2 more bolts. Okay, and just to recap, the bolts that we need to have access to are going to be the ones that sit here and the ones that sit right there, these right here. Okay, so I went ahead and unplugged the original connector, and I went ahead and plugged in the connector with the splice wires. If you're not going to do this, if you're actually going to go ahead and leave the battery on with the airbag, just be very careful when you get power to the car that the airbag doesn't deploy here. So again, be very careful with that. I went ahead and went this route again because I got no key in there, and also because it's a lot safer. I can go ahead and disconnect the battery completely and just go and do this process here. Okay, so let's give it some power. Okay, I'm getting ready to connect the wires here. Rule of thumb, as you can see, I got the ground and I got the positive. If you want your window to go up, you need to connect the positive cable to the ground and the ground cable to the positive. When you do that, it actually puts the window up. Okay, if you want to bring the window down, then you flip this, a positive with positive, ground with ground. Okay, so again, if I'm gonna give some power, you'll see that the window's gonna go up. Okay, bring it up till about, I'll show you right now. If you look back here, let's pan back, let's go back inside. See, this here is going to be important. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and raise the glass all the way to where the point where the holder, you'll have access to this one here. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and lifted up the glass about here. The reason why I want it here is because if you look there, that's the Torx. That's the E7 Torx that we need to remove in order to remove the glass. Okay, so that's one location. If I pan back, the sun's getting in the way. Now you know where it is. Okay, so make sure you lift the glass where you have access to this. Okay, I'm gonna ahead and got my tool in there. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen it up. Just one word of caution here. In order to loosen this up, you actually need to tighten this here, or set it on the setting where it goes to the right. Usually when you go to the right, you tighten it, left, you loosen it. But in this case, in order to loosen that bolt, you need to have the ratchet setting at this setting here. So see, I'm supposed to be tightening here, but I'm actually loosening it up. So go ahead and do that and take the bolts off. Okay, I went ahead and took it off, and this is how the bolt looks once it's off. Okay, let's go with the next one.